Over on Channel 2, we have Sale of the Century, but now it's 9 p.m, and that means it's time for the Thamesmen.
That's it. We are not doing
it anymore.
No more unemployed magician.
Okay,
you watch us next time. You're in the middle of Prog Week, and next time you watch the next Prog track, we're not going to do that.
What are we going to do?
That. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex. I'm in San Francisco.
I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles, and welcome to Prog Week.
Welcome to the Thamesmen, which is a low budget, light reaction, light entertainment, full of content.
Yep. And if you're one of those people who like to mark when the video starts, start timing now.
Yeah, those people. There's one guy, he watches the whole video. You've seen him in the notes, just to leave the comment about when to chop us out.
Yeah,
I love him.
Chop us out.
He's brilliant. He's good. I like him. He does the service.
If you want to watch the music, just go and look it up on YouTube like we do.
That is a good point. That is a good point. And also, we really do try and get to the music. We're just such old friends. We just...
Not like we got... Oh, did we say we're going on holiday?
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two.
With that, I tell you how bad it is, right? I've known George since he was 5 or whatever, and we've known, and you know, we both live here on the West Coast, and we do this as in our pastime. And when we're not doing this, we play computer games or whatever. And, you know, we've both got our own lives. And now my wife's away; she's away for the week. I've just booked a holiday with George, a vacation with George, and we did it in a real rush, and we've just booked it, and we're feeling very glad. And we looked up. Just before this video, we looked up where we're going. We found out it's 100% humidity, and we're going in the rainy season. It was like,
Well, it's booked now, so we're going. Maybe we could do a little travelogue, like a travel video. Thamesmen go on holiday.
Thamesmen up the creek.
Exactly, you're washed away.
Basically, I did a video of you just being washed away into some rip cut time.
I think that'd be good. We could get some content out of this, couldn't we?
Welcome to Prog Week, my friend. This is the origins of Prog Week, and we've just done. Actually, we were speaking about this afterwards. A really, really, really interesting track by King Crimson, didn't we?
Yep, we absolutely did. 1969, 21st century schizoid man. Unbelievable, kind of left us thinking a lot. So now we're moving forward a few years, aren't we? We're going to Genesis. Now, this is kind of interesting because, again, I have my opinions about Genesis, but my opinions of Genesis were when they were the stadium rock band and later on, you know, and so this is from 1973. So we got some great notes. Yeah,
I think after the last attempt, you should have a go at reading.
Well, okay, all right. Let's see if I can see that.
Words.
So this is 1973, and this I've heard a lot about this track, but I don't know it. Again,
I haven't even heard anything about this track.
I've heard this one quoted a lot as one of like the great Genesis tracks. It's called First of Firth. You say that in a hurry. And this was originally the band Genesis.
What's it called?
First of Firth.
A good Swiss watch is a wristwatch.
That kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why am I saying that?
I'm not going to. So this was originally formed in 1967 by former Charterhouse school pupils. I remember the word charter. Was Charterhouse? No.
Charterhouse, didn't they have a big old choir? Or was that Westminster?
Which was the one which had all the secret temples, and someone said it had the gateway to hell. Was that Stowe? Or was that Charterhouse?
Stowe. Oh. Anyway. That's another story. I went and looked around that. I was like, no way.
I had some weird sort of devil's thing going on. Anyway, so originally by former Charterhouse school pupils, Peter Gabriel, vocals, Tony Banks on keyboards, Mike Rutherford on bass, and 2 others. They released a couple of albums before they had new members, Steve Hackett, it's an amazing lineup with guitar, and Phil Collins on drums, joined for their most successful prog lineup in 1970. If ever a band had 2 very different stages to their career, it's Genesis. Initially one of the most successful and revered prog bands. And then in 1975, losing Gabriel and then Hackett in 77, they became a highly successful stadium rock band, which is what I remember from the 80s. Some transitioning in between. A lot of Genesis fans seem to heavily prefer one era over the other, but chances are, if you only know modern Genesis, this may catch you off guard in a good way, which is what I'm looking forward to. So,
yeah, well, the Peter Gabriel Genesis, all that swathe, I know nothing.
Exactly.
That I know zip. I quick looked up Charterhouse, public school, founded in 1611 by Thomas Sutton. Yeah, long list of very dodgy people have come out of that.
It's one of the classic English public schools, isn't it? But anyway, yeah.
If you want a good, solid Rogering, that's it.
Excellent.
If you want a proper buggering, that's your school.
So maybe it's the fist of Firth, not the first of Firth.
Yeah, but people with wonky eyes suddenly kind of zero in and see straight up. Wall Street, Phillips.
Back up. Right, anyway, let's not
Hutton, put Phillips down.
You don't know where he's been. Right.
Filthy boy.
Look, I think we need to do the track.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jet, should we do the track?
Yes.
Ready? Okay. You could. All right, let's do this. The First of Firth.
The First of Firth from Charterhouse.
From Charterhouse. Genesis, 1973. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Nice.
The path is clear, though no eyes can see. The course laid down long before. And so with gods and men, the sheep remained inside their pen. Though many times they've seen the way to leave. He rides majestic past homes of men who care not or gaze with joy to see reflected there the trees, the sky, the lily fair. The scene of death is lying just below. The mountain cuts off the town from view like a cancer growth is removed by skill. Let it be revealed. A waterfall is madrigal, an inland sea is symphony. of dino songs urge the sailors on, till lured by the siren's cry. has claimed another soul. And so with gods and men, the sheep remain inside their pen until the shepherd leads his flock away. The sands of time worry rolling by, the river of constant change.
Wow. A lot to talk about there.
That was an intense track.
That, okay, I'd never heard that before. That's what I thought prog rock was more like than the track before. So, vignettes, where they stitch together, like a patchwork. Bless you. Like they have a patchwork quilt, and each patch is a different vignette, a different rhythm or a different texture, and they work them out. Then they sew them together to make one piece.
Yeah, but you could see where the King Crimson track started in that process. It had those elements in it, but this was a sort of. I think you said that King Crimson was like a hot mess, which sort of things dropped out of at various points. This felt a lot more like coherent all the way through.
Yeah, it was. It started off with the classical undertones, and then the chord changes were definitely avant-garde and classically inspired.
Yeah.
Then they started the vignettes, and it was really complex. It was great, and then if you think you started on the classical, and then you ended up on some very Mike Oldfieldy, lush pastoral areas, and then Phil Collins, what a drummer!
Shit, yeah.
And but it was that it was a masterpiece.
And then the guitar part, the Steve Hackett, I presume, that had very sort of Gilmore-esque overtones, undertones, something to it. I
had the Mike Oldfield, the Tubular Bells, the the Hurgast Ridge. Feel on that one, but yeah, absolutely, I heard the Floyd in there as well, but yeah, that was
really interesting. I mean, a complex. I can see why people still talk about it today, 50 years later, because it is not your average piece of music, is it? It is pushing some boundaries there.
Monday morning, rehearsal rooms, door opens, gets out the guitar, boys, I've written a song, it goes like this.
Keep up if you can.
It's going to take some convincing. It really is. It goes something like this. That obviously took a long time to write, and it must be written by them all, and pulling that all together. But it was beautifully done. I mean, the singer. Who's the singer?
Peter Gabriel.
Was that Peter Gabriel?
That's Peter Gabriel.
I was trying to work that out.
Yeah, can you hear his voice? That was Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel, in every stage of his life, looks different.
He looks a lot better now than he did then. His guy needs to eat.
Well, remember when we saw him on the Kate Bush video?
He looked great.
And then he has a stage later when he's older now where he doesn't look like Peter Gabriel at all. It's weird, but anyway.
No, but then the guy he looked like he needed a good meal.
He was big on makeup and dress and changing. Right. And
I was going to ask, did he change outfit or something at one point?
Well, I wonder because the video for me was slightly distracting, even though the notes on me says it's an official video. I don't think there was much video ever shot of them at that time. And so I think what they've done is they've stitched together sort of, bad footage and elements, because you saw it had freeze frame photos and it had sort of elements in it. I think it was just what they had to make a thing. So I think it was different costumes for different days, if that makes sense.
Right. Well, first of all, I did not recognize Peter Gabriel. I wondered if he had a costume, but you're right. He was very theatrical, which obviously goes along with progressive rock.
Yeah. Peter's always been a performer. That's his thing,
That was super complex. Super complex.
Not like the Genesis we knew.
Apu leaving is the best thing that ever happened to this band. We're gonna be like Genesis after Peter Gabriel left.
You mean more popular but not as good?
Phil Collins era Genesis is not as good, huh? No reply at all. Land of confusion. Throwing it all away. Illegal alien. I can't dance. And I'm sure I don't need to mention invisible touch.
You know, if you think about it, like the Phil Collins Stadium Rock era, very, very different, you know.
Yeah, but also to go from that and then to do Sledgehammer as Peter Gabriel, or that and then to do, you know, that track with Kate Bush. What a journey, what a phenomenal journey to have taken.
Yeah, I mean, like I think I said when we did that Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel, like Peter Gabriel is the musician's musician. He is incredibly intelligent musician and writes stunning tracks, you know. So
If do yourself a favor, it's not out yet because we're in different time zones to you. We're in internet land, but we did a track with Kate Bush. What's it called, George?
now you put me on the spot.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Don't give up on me. Don't give it. Yeah, don't give up.
We'll just hopefully put a link down there. Don't give up. We just listen. I never knew Peter Gabriel was that great, and so now I'm all about Peter Gabriel.
I think we could do a Peter Gabriel week at some point. You know what I mean? I think it could be a thing. You know.
Well, do yourself a favor. Go and check that video after this one. Straight after that, go and check that one because it's just if this is the same person and he goes off and does that masterpiece, it's like just what a journey.
Yeah, amazing.
I love that. I really enjoyed that. It was I heard so many different elements of different bands. We keep talking Pink Floyd or Mike Oldfield, and then had the classical stuff. So again, it seems to like, you know,
challenging.
You could pick it apart and each take a, you know, you could take 20 different genres out of this one genre.
Yeah. And they probably influenced all those genres, you know. So brilliant. I like that.
Thank you very much. What will tomorrow bring on Prog Rock Week? That's hard to say.
Prog Rock Week.
All right.
Brilliant.
Like, subscribe. We've got a lot coming up. Loving this journey. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow with a new opening.
Oh yeah, no more magic. Unemployed magic. No more unemployed magicians.
Okay.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.